Evening, everyone. This is the Empress, and this is a telephone conversation directly printed out by the President of Russia. It is a telephone conversation on the Lord's Year 2022, February 23rd, and this is a Thursday at 5:40 p.m. The telephone conversation with President of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Vladimir Putin had a telephone conversation with President of the Republic of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, February 23, 2022, 1740. The leaders exchanged views on the situation with Russia's recognition of the Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republic. Vladimir Putin stressed the objective necessity to take the decision based on the Ukraine authorities' aggression in Donbass and their categorical refusal to implement the Minsk agreements. Recep Tayyip Erdogan gave his well known views on the matter. The issue of working out long term, legally binding security guarantees for the Russian Federation was also discussed. In this context, Vladimir Putin expressed his disappointment with the US and NATO response, which came down to an attempt to ignore Russia's legitimate concerns and demands. The president agreed to continue Russia Turkish contacts in various formats. So basically, this was a press release by the President Vladimir Putin on Russia. And what people do not understand is these are areas that basically buffer between Russia and the Ukraine. And if you take a look at the map, you'll understand there was a buildup, and basically it violated the agreements that was set in place before, and as a result of bypassing all the agreements, they've actually um, put in places to exercise military um, exercises in around close to Russia. And Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, does have a right to be concerned about the security and the sovereignty of his people and his land. And technically, an agreement is an agreement, and once it's signed, it has to be followed. So, when they refuse to follow the rules of the Minsk agreement, they have broken the rules. And Vladimir Putin does have a recourse. And this here, he basically, I guess, is very disappointed with the the US and NATO's response because they do not see it from his perspective, because they are continuously building up their position close to Russia, and Russia does have a right to protect itself. I understand this because I come from a country where a lot of buildup had happened over the years and nobody ever was protecting us, and as a result, we have lost our culture, we have lost our rights, and we have lost everything. And the country that have benefited from it has basically gone along, basically continuously causing wars and in the name of liberty, when in fact they are the pirates. So I agree with Vladimir Putin here because he has made his concerns and nobody's listening to him. They call him a warmonger. What they don't realize, there are agreements like this Minsk agreements which have been violated. So Vladimir Putin has a right, and NATO and the US have broken their contracts also because they have been building up, and it looks like they're all bullying Russia, and this is not right. So I hope you enjoy this particular perspective of mine I have a political science and mass communications, and I have a postgraduate in strategic management and human resources. And I am also a package and industrial designer. So I also have mining, and I understand sovereignty, and I agree with Vladimir Putin. So, Your Empress, and I hope you enjoy this. This is just a snippet of what I'd like to do in the future because I believe that people need to understand and see the whole picture before they comment and call Vladimir Putin a warmonger. So please read before you make any statements. I'm trying to help